Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars with a 1950 Chevrolet 3100 truck. And this is a cool Harley Davidson truck. It's all original from bumper to bumper with one exception. It's got an automatic 3-speed transmission. The old man who rebuilt this truck put that in because his knees were getting tired of pushing the clutch. And so I actually think it's a really cool upgrade. I like automatic transmissions. I like the old manuals too. But anyways, really good running truck. We're gonna take it for a spin. Little bit of a starter noise or starter drag on it, if you can hear that. This is a nice smooth driving truck. Very straight, as you can see with my finger here. Drives really straight, really easy. All the gauges work. And I'm not even touching the pedal here. I've got plenty of gas to go. One thing that I do think it needs is, I would probably do at least a front brake service job. It wants to pull just a little to the right. And so I might consider doing that at some point. I'm saying that meaning you, the next owner, buyer of this truck, may want to consider doing that. That being said, I have been driving the truck around. I notice it pulls a little to the right. I just put it in reverse so we can back up, just to show you that reverse is working good. All the gauges are working. Actually, I meant to grab a little gas. I hope we don't run out. Never seen it go over 180. Oil pressure, amperage meter, so that's really nice. Not sure if the turn signals are working or not. We can get out and take a look. And the idle's just a little bit high on her. Yeah, turn signal does work. I was thinking so. Probably need to adjust the idle down. It actually has a brand new carburetor. I don't have the strength to turn that on my own, but we just need to adjust that down a little bit. Brand new carburetor. You can really hear how healthy that engine is. I know that the idle is a little high there. I bought this from an older gentleman. Like I said, he changed it to an automatic transmission because of his knees, and this is a clean truck. He put a brand new carburetor on it, and one of the things that this truck came with was a bed full of extra parts. I don't have room in my garage for extra parts, so if you want them, you are welcome to them. I'll put them in the back of the bed of the truck for you, and you can have them. It's got new wiring, which is cool. I think that the carburetor needs to be dialed in just a little bit better. And in fact, you know what? I might be idling high because I pulled the choke on it and didn't realize it. I bet you if I crank it up again, it idles back down. I just noticed that the choke was pulled. So that might have been the reason why it was idling high. So I've driven the truck a few times. I didn't notice it was that high before. But I was pulling knobs and checking things earlier, making sure the heater works, all this. I love this right here. This is the first truck. I've had over 100 of these trucks. This is the first one that I've seen. This overflow condenser on it. And I just think that's super cool. Firewall's all painted. It's real pretty. I didn't get a good chance to detail it really good. It's a little dusty under here. Normally I try to do a better job, but I've actually had quite a few phone calls about trucks like these, and I've had so many guys saying, hey, can you hurry up and do the video for me? I'm real interested in that truck. So I kind of rushed it out the door today. Really pretty truck. Now the Harley Davidson logo on the side is a vinyl, and it comes off easily. If you don't like it, it'll come right off, but I think it's super cool. And I mean, it's Harley Davidson orange, black step sides. Got everything that you see is black. It's actually brand new. all steel, brand new from the catalog, like LMC truck catalog. So brand new bed. It's got some just some, you know, white wood back there, oak wood back there. Looks nice. The tailgate is not brand new, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And everywhere we look, we'll get a little closer on the paint. You're gonna notice on the orange. Now, so the black coming from the factory, you open up the box from the catalog, you know, and the black is actually painted black, powder coated black from the factory. So everything that's black is basically brand new paint. Personally, I wouldn't do anything to it. And actually, I wouldn't do anything to this truck at all. It's got a patina to it, you know, so there's a few spots like this. In fact, if it was me, might even take the risk to sand it down in a few spots and let it rust through just a little bit. But you'll notice a few imperfections here and there on it, a couple spots that were touched up. Little spot there, it's not a 3800. People do that all the time. I see tons of 3100 trucks with 3800 and 3600 because somebody found them at a swap meet or something. There's a spot right there, just peeled a piece of paint off. So tires have good tread. They're older tires, but with good tread. Little matching orange on that bow tie there. Now, one other thing that I almost did is I almost painted the front bumper black, and I decided to leave it alone. It's got a cool patina. I asked a couple buddies, they said, don't do that. The next guy, if he wants to paint it white or paint it black, it takes 10 minutes. It's so easy to do, but it took 50 years to get the bumper to look like that, so I didn't want to mess it up. Get up really close. Notice some cracks in the paint. This is an old, you know, this is old paint. This was an old paint job. It's actually from 20 feet away, a really pretty good looking truck. Even the paint, I mean, is very presentable, and from across the parking lot, everybody wants to see this truck because it says Harley Davidson on it. I wish I had a bike I could put in the tailgate, or put in the bed, I mean, with the tailgate down. So doors open and close nicely. New weather stripping all around the doors. New weather stripping around the windows. New glass in the windows. Chrome strip there is nice. This goes up and down. I just opened that up because it's 97 degrees in Georgia today. I think all the glass is brand new. I know for sure that the weather stripping in the felt is here is new. Window rolls up like new. You can hear it, how easy it rolls up and down. And vent glass is new. Rear window, brand new. I believe all the glass in it's brand new. Got an older headliner, sagging just a little, but it wouldn't be hard to just tack that back up if you wanted to. Original seat was probably, looks like it was recovered back in the 80s style, but it actually looks really good. I didn't want to mess with it. I thought about, you know, even if I was just going to keep it, maybe dye it, use the vinyl dye and make it look black to match the rest of the truck, but I just didn't want to mess with it. It looks nice. It's got a brand new carpet kit, brand new shifter. I like these shifters. When you glance at them, they look like a manual transmission shifter, but it's really an automatic, and they're really not too expensive. Unmolested original dash. The radio does come on. I tried turning the knob. It crackles, but I don't hear it turning on. I can't hear the radio station. I turned the key in the on position as well. Another thing he did was, this is the heater. You can hear the heater turn on and off. Yeah, I was pulling buttons earlier, and I had pulled the choke, and I believe that's probably why. Yeah, the idle came down a little bit. I think it still needs to be adjusted. But you hear a little bit of starter drag, but it's still working good enough. I'm not gonna mess with replacing the starter. It doesn't need to be replaced, you know, or at least until it needs to be done, you know. Heater works, everything inside works. Like I said, the other thing too I noticed is the radio. Let's see if we can hear it. You know what's interesting? It's dialed into a radio station we listen to here. I wonder if we were actually, I wonder if I had it going earlier. I think I did. Well, anyways, I feel like I remember it. Newer door panels. They look nice. Older handles. How are we doing on time? I want to make sure I get to the underneath. I mean, man, this door just closes awesome. Listen to that. So this was an older gentleman who really took care to try to do things as right as he could, even going so far as to getting a brand new, you got a cooler there, radiator for the auto trans. And it's not perfectly beautiful under here, undetailed. I didn't pull out the pressure washer and clean these inner fender wells. I guess I could have. Looks like that brake cable hose is not too old on either side. And it does run and drive. I mean, we're driving it down the road. Like I said earlier, it just pulls a little bit to the right. Maybe it could just be adjusted. Maybe it needs a brake job. Brand new step sides. You can see there's a sticker from the factory, in fact. But let's get all the way under here and see automatic transmission. Floor pans are in phenomenal condition. These are the original inner cab corners. This thing is in incredible condition underneath. These are the original floor pans, original frame rails. Like I said when I started the video, this is what I would call an all original matching numbers truck, except for the automatic transmission. So this is the original floor pan, frame rails, all rust free. I mean, this thing looks incredible. It's not perfect, but unless we find some rust here, I might be able to advertise this thing as a rust-free truck. There's a little spot right there, tiny old rust hole. It's a Southern States truck from North Georgia. Brake lines back here look to be pretty new too as well, if you'll notice that. So it may just need to be adjusted. Look at these cab corners. I need to show the other one too. That's original. All down the doors. Look at that. The weep holes are clean. This is very unusual to see the original cab corners in the condition like this. And I want to get all the way in here so I can make sure I show this side too. That's the original cab corner. Never been cut. This is incredible. You got some surface rust there flaking up, but it's not rusted through. There's no holes. There's a little bit of rust on the original battery box holder right there. You see that crack? That's not unusual. What is unusual is how clean this truck is. I buy lots of these trucks. We sell them very quickly. And I don't see them this clean very often. Wow, incredible. I haven't had this truck long. I've only had it for a couple of weeks. And I just, like I said, I took pictures on my cell phone. I was texting them to a couple guys and they said, can you get the video done? So here you go. I've gone a little long. I just looked at the camera and realized we're at 12.5 minutes. So it's PeachTreeClassicCars.com. Give us a call on this 1950 Chevrolet 3100 truck, Harley Davidson. Looking good.